Hey y'all, happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm back home. I am tired, but I missed y'all and I really want to test out this flock and see how it is going to cut because y'all, I finally received my flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and I don't know if they don't like for us to call them HTW or what the case is, but I guess they're like, just put some respect on our name. And I got this flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse. It was my first shipment. I was expecting it like last month, and it was destroyed in shipment. And so they ended up sending me another roll. So we're going to finally get a chance to test out the flock. But nonetheless, before we get into that, hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Patrice. This is Craftable Things, and we like to craft all types of things. If you're not following us on all other social medias, please follow us. We're Craftable Things everywhere. In addition, I have a two other channels, Patrice L and also Craft Abilities. I would love it if y'all would join me over there also. But y'all, I have so many things to tell y'all today. I am feeling really inspired. I got in about 1 o'clock this afternoon. I have not been to sleep yet. So I'm hoping that we can kind of get through this pretty swiftly and I can get some rest because I do have a lot of things to catch up on. But y'all, I had a wonderful few days in Fargo, North Dakota, courtesy of Heat Transfer Warehouse. And I do want to thank them. I've thanked them already, and I want to thank them again for inviting me to be a part of um, WalaPalooza. This is the second year that I've attended WalaPalooza, and it got better. And it just, the whole experience honestly just made me realize how, even if something's good the first time, even if something is acceptable and you've made everybody happy and everybody loved it, it's perfectly normal and okay, and you should look to improve it and even make the next experience even better, because it was a totally different experience from last year. And if you guys were here last year, y'all know how much I raved about Wallapalooza, because it was amazing. Heat Transfer Warehouse sponsors this event. This is the second year that they've done it, and they sponsor this event. And for a company to um, sponsor this type of event, it costs a lot. And so they are really investing not just in their company, but also investing in those who are affiliates of them. So there were a lot of us there. We had such a good time. I'm going to let y'all know everything I'm going to let you guys know a lot of stuff that happened there with us, but I also, certain things, what happens in Fargo stays in Fargo. So we'll leave some things in Fargo, but it was just a wonderful experience. It was a wonderful experience. So let me say hey to some of y'all before we get ready to open up this flock and see how it's going to cut for us. So hey, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Gail. Y'all are here early. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dempsey Boo. So happy Friday, y'all. Oh, Miss Gail, Miss Gail, get some rest. Please get some rest. And I'm glad you said that because I need to go. And so when I went to Hawaii, I had to push my PET scan back. And so I need to call them and let them know that I'll have a few weeks where I'll be here so they can schedule it. Hey, Victorious Creations, welcome in. And I have to say before I get started that if you are new here, this is a live So this is in real time, and this is not a pre-recorded video. My pre-recorded videos are a lot shorter. However, during my lives, I do like to speak with all of my supporters who are here and they're in the chat. So this could be a timely live, and sometimes I can be all over the place. So if you want something that's more structured and me not being very friendly, check out my pre-recorded videos. But the lives are the lives, and I'm gonna say hi to the people that come and see me every week. I'm just going to do that because that's what I want to do. That's what my heart tells me to do. And no nasty comments is going to change that. So so that you don't waste your time typing anything mean and unkind, don't watch the pre-recorded videos, or I have tons of other YouTube friends who make amazing videos also. So just had to put that disclaimer out there. I have to do it every live, y'all. I'm sorry, but I have to because somebody's gonna leave me a nasty comment. But hey, Victorious Creations, welcome in. Hey, Tamika, all my members, I see y'all. I see all that green. Hey, y'all, I love y'all. Thank you for showing up for me every week when you can. If you can't, that's life and things happen. But when you can, I appreciate that. And I appreciate when you go and watch the replay for all of you guys. So thank you. Hey, Elena T, welcome in. Hey, Mrs. JB. Hey, Marsha. Hey, Coretta Blackman. Hey, Nomi. So, y'all, WalaPalooza. Y'all, let me say here to a few more of y'all because I just need to. Hey, Myra. Hey, Creative Kim. Angel B. Hey, boo. Girl, you know I'm a hot mess, but I came home and I had all these boxes, girl. And so one of the boxes was finally my rhinestone flock. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on and I'm going to cut out some stuff, but I'm tired, y'all. Angel and I were up. Angel, so there were like most of us are up early this morning at the airport trying to get out of Fargo. Like Jamila, we all ended up riding together to the airport this morning at 5 a.m. Fargo time. So I'm tired, but I do want to get this done. I have not had a nap yet, but it's coming. It is coming. But hey, Angel Boo. Hey, Roslyn. Hey, Danny. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Anita. Dorica. Hey, Dorica. Hey, Miss Roslyn. Y'all, I'm about to scroll down, and I love all of you guys here. And thank you for being here. I promise you, I'm super grateful that y'all are here. But I had to scroll down because I'm gonna get this opened. Let me switch over to the table. So I was waiting on this flock. If some of you don't know, the formula for the rocket flock changed. So Heat Transfer Warehouse sells rocket flock, and it's usually the flock that I use. It's this pink flock, okay? And it's the original formula. It was very similar to the magic flock that the Rhinestone world produces also. Well, recently, Heat Transfer Warehouse changed their formula. Now, I did not need this because I actually have a few of the original 500-yard rolls already. But I wanted to test this out because I didn't know if any of you guys are getting this, and if you start ordering this flock now, then this is the flock that you will be getting. And I don't want to be giving old flock settings, and some of you may have the new flock. Okay? Girl, I have not had a nap yet. Hey, Rachel. I have not had a nap yet. So we're going to open our flock. We're going to test out. We're going to test it with the Cricut Maker and also the StarCraft Solo. So I'm going to do a quick, we can do some little dots, but I'm probably going to do a heart, just make a small heart and see if that will cut cut out. Okay. So with the Cricut Maker, we're going to be using a mat. Now I've heard, because several of you guys have already tested this out. Hey, Kirsten. Several of y'all have already tested this out, and I was able to get feedback from a lot of you guys. So Marilyn, I think Marilyn suggested to use the light grip mat, which is the blue Cricut mat. Marilyn suggested to use the light grip mat, but I do have the a standard grip mat here too. I know that's kind of in your face. I'm sorry, but I do have the standard grip mat here. Eve, Eve did a test the other night, and hers seemed to cut out really good. She used her grab tech to cut it out. I've heard from Tianda, from AJ, different things that was going on when they try to cut their new flock. So I'm going to try to cut it out, see how it's going to go. I'm not really doing any designing. I'm not really going to be blinking out anything tonight. But I do want to remind you guys that the Rhinestone buy-in is starting on Sunday. TheBabySqueaky.com. Check her out. And for this rhinestone flock, I got this from Heat Transfer Warehouse. All right, y'all. But yeah, so while I'm opening this up and getting prepared and going in and out of Cricut Design Space and StarCraft Solo, I may open up Silhouette Studio too. So WalaPalooza, y'all, there were so many people there, so many amazing, talented content creators, just creative people in general, and it was really an honor to be there with everybody. So the one thing that I took away from it, we were all there for about 3 days. There were 2 official days. The first day we kind of did like a meet and greet. We went by Heat Transfer Warehouse's warehouse, and then we had a barbecue after that. And then after the barbecue, the next day, we had a lovely time doing, like, we kind of got a chance to meet a lot of the vendors. They had some amazing vendors there. Hold on, let me see what I'm missing. If y'all came in, I'm just rambling, so sorry, y'all. But hey, everybody. But they had some amazing vendors there. And of course, I know y'all saw, for those of you who had a chance to see, if you're in the Facebook group and or YouTube, one, you saw Jennifer Maker. Jennifer Maker was there, and she was amazing. The beauty that, or the best thing that I kind of gathered from Jennifer Maker was, one, you don't have to change who you are. Be consistent and be you. That's kind of, I'm generally me all the time. I don't change much. I'm me. But be you. Don't let anything change you. Like, don't let the desire or the want to be successful change who you are, like your core beliefs and who you are. Also, share. You could share. Jennifer Maker did not have to share anything with us. She's already super successful at what she does. She's good at what she does, and she did not have to share anything with us. And y'all, she was sharing. And it's like, a lot of times I get where people tell me that I'm telling too much, or don't say that, don't say this, or why are you sharing that? In fact, when I first started, and I know some of you have heard this story before. Yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's necessarily thinner. I'm talking about the flock now. But I'll share this story because it kind of goes along with my rhinestones here. So 2 years ago, I started doing rhinestones. So this was before the buy-in. This is before, me even design. This is before anything. Like, this is before I wanted to do some bling, because I like sparkly things. And I didn't know how to do the rhinestone. Like, I didn't know how to do a rhinestone template. And I think I mentioned it on a live one time, or I might have mentioned it in my Facebook group, that I wanted to do rhinestones, and I didn't know where to start. Well, someone reached out to me and they were saying, like, I'll help you. You can take my rhinestone class, and I'll help you, but I'll help you, but if I help you and I teach you how to do this, then what happened to Eve? What happened to Eve? Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, Evie. Sorry. So they're like, I'll help you, but I know that on your channel you like to tell people things, because at that time, even when I was getting stuff from Alibaba, I was telling y'all how to order from Alibaba, which I might start back doing a little bit of that. I was telling y'all how to order from Alibaba. I was telling y'all the vendors that I use on Alibaba. And so they felt like if they taught me how to do the rhinestones, that I would I'll tell y'all. And they put that stipulation that if, I'll show you how to do it, but you can't tell, you can't show anybody else how to do it. You can't show it in a video on your channel how to do it, because I teach those classes. And so at that time, I really wanted to do it, but I still had to stay true to who I am. I don't just share with y'all when I come on here. Like, this is not just me. Oh, I want to share because I want to have YouTube subscribers. I want followers. I want this. I want that. That's not why I share. I have always been a person that shares from the time I was a little girl. I like to do it. It makes me happy. It really makes me happy to share. So when she said that, I thought about it because it was something that I wanted to do, but I really wasn't willing to sacrifice my right to share anything with anybody. So I ended up declining, and I told, I was like, you know what, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get the mat. I'm gonna use the standard print mat. So I declined. I probably cut too big of a piece, but it's fine. So I declined, and I told her, thank you for the offer, because I didn't reach out to her. She reached out to me saying that she would help me, but she put that clause on it. So I said, no, thank you. But I can't accept that. I do appreciate the fact that you thought of me. So I said all of that to say that even if you're successful at something, even if it is working for you, if it is for you, it's going to be for you, and you can share. You can share whatever it is that you want to share. In turn, of course, I didn't take her offer. I still ain't know how to make rhinestone files. In fact, let me show you my first rhinestone template that I made. If I can find it, let me see if I can find it. You keep me close by. So this was my very first 2 years ago, maybe a little less than 2 years ago, if not 2 years ago. This was my very first rhinestone template. And I'm just as proud of this template as I am of any of the other rhinestone templates that I make today, because I had no idea what I was doing for that one. And I was able to take it out of Silhouette Studio and put it into Cricut Design Space and cut it. The one thing that I got from Jennifer, like, that I felt like, this is the right thing to do. Share. Don't be scared to share what you know. Don't be scared that if you share information that somebody is going to one up you, or somebody is going to do better than you. If they do better than you, who cares? If you're doing okay, you're comfortable, you're fine. Share. It's okay to share. You don't have to hold things back. And also, you don't have to take credit for everything. You don't have to take, if it's something that you saw somebody else do, it's okay to say that you saw somebody else do it. It's fine. Hopefully, oh, you guys can't tell what I'm doing. I'm gonna add Brody to this, not Brody, Sunny. Hold on, guys. Ooh. Mm-mm. All right. So I'm not ready to cut, but I just wanted to load the mats in the machine so that when we do get ready to cut, we can cut. So I went ahead and put the flock on the light grip mat, and I'm gonna try cutting the flock with a solo without a mat, like how I usually do. Okay. So y'all don't be afraid to share what you know with people, because at WalaPalooza, while we were there, everybody was sharing information, how to do things. I'm gonna bring up Silhouette Studio really quick because I'm gonna make a quick heart. Everybody was willing to share. Jennifer Maker, who doesn't have to do, she didn't have to share anything with us. She was willing to share. And I'm not just saying like just share surface information. Not, she wasn't sharing information that we all know. She was sharing information based off of her experiences, her life, personal information that really she didn't have to share with us. She shared information with us because she wanted to help us. She wants to help other people. And that's okay. That's awesome. I want to continue to be able to share with you guys and share what I learned and what I know too. So please share. It's okay. If you saw somebody else do something, it's fine to say that you saw somebody else do something. I heard content creators for over the past 3 days saying, yeah, I watch you, or I saw your videos, or I watch your videos all the time, and I saw your videos. And then I hear other people saying, oh no, I don't watch anybody's videos. I haven't seen any videos. And then you see a video where they do a video that's pretty much identical to another video. Like that's like almost impossible. So it's like, no, it's okay to give somebody else credit. It's fine. Like this is what we're here for. We're here to learn from each other. I left there feeling so inspired. I actually left there feeling, and I think that's why I did not come home and take a nap, because I left there like with so many tools and tricks, not just from Jennifer Maker, from Angie Holden, from Corey, from Jamila, from Katrina, from like everybody that was there had something to offer everyone else. So it was really really a great experience to be a part of. And then Heat Transfer Warehouse also had, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. They also had other people come in and speak with us about our business. And oh, y'all know I'm gonna have to do one in SS6 and one in SS10, because y'all know what size stone I like to cut. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. But they really invested in us. Um, they really did. Last year was good, but this year was amazing. And I also got a chance to see Marilyn. Y'all know Evie. Y'all know me and Evie tight. I see Evie. Kind of feels like I see her all the time. But Evie was there. Marilyn. I got a chance to meet Marilyn and Tim. Marilyn is just as sweet in person, but y'all know I still had to give her a hard time. I can't see the chat if y'all talking. If y'all talking to me, y'all probably talking to each other. If you are, carry on. Um, but Marilyn is just as sweet in person. She really is, and she's funny. Delonda, Now, Delonta's a hot mess. I don't know if y'all really believe that she's a hot mess, but who she is when she's in her videos, on her lives, in this chat, that's who she is. That's exactly who she is, and it's a hot mess. But she is amazing, and she is very focused. Like Delonda is a learner. Like she's also a teacher, but you can tell like she's a learner. She takes she takes learning very serious. So, but she's a hot mess. Angel, Angel was so quiet, y'all. But she was taking notes. Everybody had a good time, I think. I think everybody had a good time. If you didn't have a good time and you didn't leave with anything, that's unfortunate. All right, I'm going to do 2 hearts because ideally when you're doing test cuts, you just want to have like a few holes going across, but I want to see how, because sometimes I do a test cut and I do a few holes going across and it's fine. And then when I go to cut the actual template out, it's not fine. So I do want to try it this way. So I'm just making some quick hearts that we could pull into Cricut and StarCraft. But yeah, y'all, it was really, really amazing. Like compound path. Can I already do that? Let me make it a color. I can't see any chats. I'm gonna go back and look at the chat in a minute. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna do the same thing over here for my SS6. Release the line sounds. Let me pull y'all up on my phone so I can see. Let me group together. Group. And then make compound path. Hold on. Where you guys at? Make compound path. Did I group it already? I think. All right, let me change the color. We're gonna change that to black. And then we're gonna test cut. I'm gonna try my same settings that I use all the time, like with the Cricut. I'm gonna try the cardstock setting. And then with the solo, I'm a little bit worried because we'll look at the backing when we're done cutting it, but the back is a little bit thinner. So we'll have to see. All right, so I'm gonna do heart. This is SS6, and it is a 1.975 wide by 1.877 high. And then that way I'll be able to open it up inside of StarCraft and Cricut. Hearts. And I need to save this one. I promise y'all we're not gonna be on here for long. If this works out well, I hope it works out well. But y'all know, you know how things go. Heart. That's 10. 1.979 by 1.900. Right. Let's see, G. All right, I meant to pull y'all up. Let me pull y'all up so I can see what y'all saying. Hey, everybody that I can't. Oh, sorry. Hey, everybody that I can't see or I haven't seen. I'm pulling up the chat now, so maybe I can see something. Maybe I could be a responsible YouTube person, possibly. Evie, are you? Hold on? Let me see where Evie's at. She waiting? Okay, in about 40 minutes. Okay, safe travels, Evie. All right, so that's done. Let me go into Cricut. And don't forget, the buy-in is going to be starting on Sunday. It's going to start on Sunday. So we're going to first cut with our Cricut. We're going to use the Cricut Maker 3. to cut it. Let me do upload, and I'm going to cut them one at a time because sometimes the different size holes require different pressures and different settings. So let's see. Uh-oh. Let me stop sharing. This is not my account. Hold on. Where are you guys at? I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. I got to put in my username. Where's the next? Sorry, note. Yep. So let me see. Okay, the cameo. Does the cameo not cut them very good? T-tone t-shirts, I don't know. I do have a cameo though, but it's in the box. And I did say today that I needed to open it up and test the fuck out with it because somebody was going to ask. But from what I've heard from other people, the cameo cuts just fine. The cameo, it's like even with the Cricut, like sometimes the Cricut you have issues with the Cricut too, where it leaves a little tab on there, or sometimes it may not cut in a circle, it may cut an oval. Could be different things like that, but I have heard that with the cameo, but I have heard others say that they have had no problems with their cameo. Sure, I love my solo. Awesome, Gail. Hey everybody. Hey Cindy. Hey everybody coming in. LaShonda. SS6. SS10. So ideally, if you have a design that has both SS6 and SS10 rhinestones, you're going to cut them separately anyway because you won't be like, if you try to brush the SS6 in, it's going to go into the SS10 holes just because it can fall into there. So generally, if you have a design that uses both SS6 and SS10, you're going to cut those because it's kind of like with the different colors, and when it's layered, it's kind of like that same thing. So it's kind of the same thing. All right. New project. Let me bring it in. All right. And upload. Good evening, everybody coming in. I don't do anything like this with my cutters. Usually only use transfers. Oh, but T-Town, are you interested in doing rhinestones? Do rhinestones interest you? All right, y'all, we're going to cut out the SS10 first. And I'm a little bit nervous because I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first time cutting it out. 1.997, it came in size correctly. And so sometimes I get a question like when you upload your design in, and you might look at the measurement on the screen. And so this says 2 inches by 1.9. But up here is where you'll get the more accurate sizing at the top toolbar. Okay. So let's go. These are generally just estimates. So let's go to make it because we're ready to make it. And our first cut setting, we're going to do this on, it's going to be on the map. A Custom Creations by Cassandra. Thank you for being here and welcome. Hey Barb. Barb, we were so close to you, Barb. As usual, like we were so swamped the whole time. Like they keep us really busy, which is good because it's so much information that they're packing into 2 days. Like it was 2 full days. All right, so I'm going to click continue. And so the settings that we're going to use today, y'all, we're going to do, oh, I didn't even share my screen with y'all again. Let me go back. Oh, just looking at my hand. Because I'm gonna do both the Cricut and the StarCraft. I'm gonna try to get the StarCraft up and going too. Where are we at? Cricut. So the settings that we're going to use, I think we're going to use, so I have my regular rhinestone flock setting here, which I think it's like a 340 pressure. I'm gonna try that one. I'm gonna try my custom rhinestone flock setting to see how that goes. We'll try that. We'll try that first. We're gonna try a few of the settings, but we'll try that first. So what I do want to let you guys know, especially those of you who are maybe just starting with rhinestones or you're doing rhinestones, you always want to make sure that you check your blade and make sure that there's nothing inside. Hold on, where are we at? I can see that better. Because sometimes there's things inside of the blade. I'm going to remove the screen for now. So sometimes there's like residue from the flock inside of the blade. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but like there's some stuff here that could prevent, like as it starts to accumulate on the blade, it can prevent the blade from really penetrating the flock or any material that you have after using flock. So you always want to make sure that it's nice and clean before you use it. Sometimes I'll even take the blade out just to make sure that there's nothing left inside, because believe it or not, flock dots can go inside of there and get stuck. So you want to make sure, you know, that it's nice and clean. Clean your blade off and then go from there. Hey Carla, hey Wanda, or Nick, hey girl, hey AJ. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. Right now we're using the custom setting of 340. So this is the original setting that I've been using with my rhinestone flock, not the cardstock setting. So we're gonna see how this one cuts. So remember, this is the rind. If you guys have ever seen the custom settings that I put in, it's usually like 340 pressure in one pass. I don't like multiple passes with the rhinestones because that's where you can possibly get some of those flock dots lifting up as it's cutting. All right, so now we're gonna go to, yes. It was nice and warm, Barb. It was. All right, so that's cutting. Let's try the StarCraft and see. I'm gonna open up StarCraft Create, and I can't see the screen just now because I have the phone in an awkward position. So I'm gonna bring in the file here into StarCraft. Oh, but I don't have it connected. Hold on, y'all. I have it, but I didn't connect it. Oh. I'm gonna bring it this way and then put it right here. All right, that should be good. Even though it doesn't feel like it, let's hope. All right, so I'm gonna do import, and I think we started with the SS10 design, right? In StarCraft Create, I never have to worry about the sizing. Usually it always comes in correct. I do double check it to make sure, but it always comes in correct. So we're trying the SS10 first. So I'm going to head over to the StarCraft and we're going to update it. Let me just click create here. And then let me head back to y'all. I'm going to stop screen share. I'm going to go over to StarCraft. Okay. Yes. All right, let's see. So generally when I'm doing or when I'm using the StarCraft and I'm doing SS10 rhinestones, I usually have a force of 53. For my SS6s, my force is higher. I usually do higher, but I usually do between like, I usually do maybe like 52. But I'm going to do 52 today. I might do 50. Let's see, because the backing is kind of thinner and I don't really want it to cut into the back. So let's see. So with the StarCraft, you just got to position it. You got to position the blade where you want it to start cutting. So I'm gonna put it right there. All right. And so it's good. It's clamped down. I'm cutting at a speed of 11. So let me go ahead and click start. And guess what, y'all? Guess who's done? Alfie is done already. So let me go create. All right. And so the solo is cutting without a mat. So I am a little bit worried, and I didn't clean the mat off. I should have gotten a okay. So that 340 is too much pressure, but even with the light grip mat, like this paper is on there. So I definitely think with the standard grip mat, your backing is not going to stand a chance. And this already, let me bring this over. So if you guys look, that pressure is too much for this material because it cut through the backing. And you never really want to see that. Where's my scissors? Scissors are on you. Oh, there you are. All right. So now I know like that setting that I've been like this has been my go-to setting for the rocket flock. It can no longer be my go-to setting for rocket flock because it's not. Look how quick Sunny's done. Sunny is already done, y'all. Sunny is done, and Sunny is like, come unload me. All right, so I'm just gonna cut it, and I like to use my paper cutter, or I have a paper slicer, but I prefer the paper cutter, and I prefer it because it keeps my edges straight, and so when I'm placing it like on the mat, it'll line up as it should, and also with Sunny the solo, it lines up like I don't have to try to figure out if it's straight or not. Yeah, no. So I'm gonna just take this. We're gonna grab that off of the machine, and then I'm gonna put this through the Cricut one more time just to see. So this is what happens, and so it's too much. Some of them cut, but the problem is that it's just too like that pressure was way too much for those dots to stay on there. And so remember how before I would just flip it over on the back and press it. This paper is too thin for that. You can't do that to get the rest of the dots removed. Now they cut, but they all didn't stay off. Like I still have some on there. Okay. And this is way stickier. I don't know if you guys can hear me pulling my hands off. This is way stickier than the other flock. This and so that yellow flock. Do you guys remember that night that I was using that yellow flock, and that yellow flock was giving me such a big headache? The yellow flock would do the same thing. Like all you really had to do is put it onto your finger or hand or something, and it will just leave the dots on there. Look, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, but we still have too many dots here. Just know I'm going to use this. That's another little small template. If I need to fill something in, I can make some little rhinestone hearts and rhinestones. All right, so we're going to do another. We're going to test it again on the Cricut, and then um, I'm going to grab the template off of Sunny. These dots, see the other dots, they would come off easier. These don't come off easy. Like this is like you just gotta be aggressive with these dots. You can't be gentle with these dots because they don't want to get off of anything. But that's gonna be a little headache trying to get these dots to act right because they don't want to. Look at this, y'all. They don't want to act right. Okay, there we go. Hey, Don's World. Don's World, you changed your name. All right, all right, so we're going to put this back on here. And this is why, remember how I said I'd like to make sure I cut it in with my paper cutter because I can get a nice straight line. And that way it'll just line right back up the way that it should. I don't have to worry. And now we're going to go ahead and cut um, another heart. But this time the setting I'm actually going to try light cardstock. We can try light cardstock and see how that works. I'm going to try light cardstock. I was going to try medium cardstock, but I think I'm going to try light cardstock. So the first setting that I used, Joe, was the 340 pressure, the custom setting that I usually do, 340 with one pass. That was too much. The holes cut out. They did cut. And they cut fine. Like once I take all of these out, I'll be able to brush my stones in. But they did not all stay onto the backing. It cut through the back of the backing. All right, let me go back to Cricut. And so now we're going to try the light cardstock. So let's try the light cardstock setting and see how that works. Okay, I gotta find it first. I never use light cardstock for anything, clearly. All right, Sunny, I'm coming. It's not browse all materials. Okay, it won't let me pull it up. I don't want to use that. I want to browse all materials. Browse all materials. I don't know because I have something else up. Cricut is not letting me do browse all materials right now. I don't know why, but I can't click it, which is strange. So I'm going to try medium cardstock for now, and I'm going to do medium cardstock and then less pressure and see how that goes. And then if not, then I'll try the light cardstock. But it won't let me pull up. Alright, so, and then I'm going to grab setting, and let's see. Okay, so 50 setting, it did start to puncture that backing. And that's not something that I usually have with, so I'm going to have to bring that down too. All right, so now we're doing medium cardstock, less setting. Did I click done? I did. I got to make it again, y'all. I got out of, well, not make it again, but I got out of the screen. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna do this side like this. Where's my project? All right, let me click on that. Anybody else been having some situations with Cricut? I haven't used Cricut in a few days, so I don't know. All right, let's see if I can do light cardstock now. Okay, now I can do it. So scratch everything I just said about doing a medium with lights with less pressure. We're gonna do light cardstock because guess what? Now it just came up. Okay, we're gonna do light cardstock. And then we're gonna see how our heart cut. Oh. Let's see what you got this time. If you guys said something, I'm sorry. I missed you guys. I was not looking at the screen. I did not put this straight at all this time. It's all over the place. It's fine. Just slow use it. All right. Let's see how this one. Hey, Jennifer. Tiana, I try to learn something new every day. All right, let's see. Because this cut pretty close. When I tell you this glue on here, I don't know if you guys could see like that glue, like how it's, y'all see that it's like here. You see the glue? That's too much. I mean, it stayed. It did good on for this one. I would consider this a success. But y'all look at that glue. That glue is too. It's like too much glue. Like why so gluey? But okay, so with the StarCraft Solo, we use a setting of I think it was 50, right? Was that I think I gotta go and look. I think we did 50. So this was the 50. So this was the 50 force. Okay. So I cut this with an 11 speed. If you have a StarCraft Solo, this worked for me. It's a place where you can start if you want to use your solo to cut the new flock. But you may have to adjust your settings, but at least this is a place to start. So if you try these settings that I'm using tonight and it does not work for you, do not give up. Do not say, oh, it only works for Patrice. Because guess what? Every setting doesn't always work for me. But I want you, at least you'll have a place to start. Maybe it will work for you. Maybe you may have to reduce your force a little bit or reduce your speed. It's just play around with it. But it's a place to start. Dimps, yes. This is just what, yes. Real praise, you had trouble opening the material settings too? Okay, so it's not just me. There must be some glitches. You guys know whether or not there's an update scheduled? And maybe I didn't see the notice, but I wasn't really paying attention. So with the settings that I used, with the setting, the force of 50, speed of 11, this is, and I think the up is 5. The up speed might be 5, but I'll verify when I go over there. This is what we have. This I would consider is a success. Another thing that Jesse had mentioned in a live maybe like 2 weeks ago, and Eve did it on Sunday, is when you're peeling your flock back, you want to peel it like how you peel vinyl. So you want to take it, grab the corner, and kind of just roll it off like that. Don't pull it up, but kind of just take it and roll it off. Y'all, this is sticky. Who said that it wasn't that sticky? This stuff is sticky. It is not, definitely not. I don't even want to cut a piece of my. Oh, I'm gonna see if I have an old piece, like a random piece of the old rocket flock, because I don't want to cut my old roll just to do this. Because at this point, it's not bad. This is definitely going to work for us. But oh, oh my goodness, it won't come off. It won't come off. What in the world? All right. So StarCraft Solo, I'm going to keep the settings. I'm not going to change the settings from that. So for my SS10s, I'm going to use a force of 50. I might even try like 48 to see. Do y'all want me to try 48? Anybody has a StarCraft Solo that cares about me, like what I'm testing it out as? If you do, let me know, because I mean, we had a good cut this time, but I will check the setting of a little less force if you want. This is SS10. So my color, the backing on mine is red. So this is the backing on mine. So if you remember, y'all, the other rhinestone block, the previous version, did not have the grid on the back. The grid on the back, um, I would usually say that this is good, especially if you use your scissors to cut a lot, because then you can just cut your line straight and it won't be, lopsided or wonky. But the paper itself is a little thinner. It's just I think it's, I don't even know if it's the paper mostly that's the issue, as a rather than the adhesive, because the paper is a little thinner. But I gotta get another piece. I'm gonna get another piece of the other flock so we could see and test it out for sure. Dorica. Sylvia, you sound like me. I might find rhinestones in my purse. All right, so let's check this out. If you guys want Sunny, the solo is pretty much like I'm happy with the 50 with solo. With that. Like I'm happy with the cut on that one. So for SS10. So I'm gonna try that pressure or that force with the SS10. We just have to cut out the SS10 too. So let's see here. Okay, so the light cardstock, look at the backing. The backing is very smooth. Now you guys see the holes. So maybe this is gonna be good. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna cut it. And this was the light cardstock setting with the Maker 3. This is light cardstock with the Maker 3. And do I recommend the Before Press? Okay, so I like the Before Press. I think that for somebody who sometimes has muscle weakness, like a extreme muscle weakness, it works great for me, especially during those times. Is it my favorite heat press? Is it something that I would just say, go ahead? Yeah, you have to have it. If you have a situation like that, I would say yeah. But if not, no. Overall, I like it, but I don't like the bottom because the bottom of the heat press, like you can take those pads off. You'll have to buy something to keep it strapped on, which I don't. I think it like that should have been something that they thought of. Um, I like it for different reasons. Like I'm still using it now, but I'm actually about to pack it up, and it's either going to go to the school with me or possibly just go in a closet somewhere for a little bit. All right, so the light cardstock pressure, it cut it, but none of those stayed on the backing. So you can see it's out. So I'm gonna put it on my table. This is usually what I do when I'm taking stones out. So the light cardstock setting it's too light of a pressure. So we're gonna do the medium cardstock, and let's try the medium cardstock with and I'm getting all this adhesive on my desk. So let's try the medium cardstock with light pressure. I'm gonna put this, and hopefully this should be enough to cut it for us. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna put it through one more time. Hold on, let me. So we did light cardstock last time. This time we're gonna do medium cardstock. Medium cardstock, and let's start with less pressure. Because with the light cardstock, it cut through. It didn't cut the backing, so I'm going to hold on to this so we can compare the backing to another piece of regular flock or the old version of the flock. All right. So somebody will say this is just way too much. Oh, it's not even staying. They're not even staying on with that. And I'm stretching it. Oh, y'all, this is no. You have to know your settings with this. Like, it's so sticky that it will stretch your holes out of place. Like these aren't really stretched yet, but I caught it. And if you don't know, like these aren't even coming. Ooh, mm-mm. So yeah, no. I will have to pick all of these out. And I don't know if the lint roller would help. I think Evie's not here. I think Eve the other night might have used one of the vegetable coppers, I think, because this is not, you don't want to have to do, especially with SS10. Like, I'm more willing to do this with SS6 as far as picking stones out than I am with SS10. Because SS10, y'all see how the solo cut the SS10 out beautifully with that setting, even with it being so, oh my goodness. It's like I need to wear some silicone gloves because this is not. That is not it. All right, let me come back to you guys. Listen, Tianda, I'm so glad I have like two. This is the old. This is the old. Fuck, I have another roll of this, another 50-yard roll of this. I am not. This is like. This is gonna be treated like gold. Like gold. And then we have all these dots. Mm. This adhesive is serious, y'all. I'm not joking about this adhesive. The one thing I can say though is once you do get the holes out, you'll be able to use your template over and over again. But it's just getting them out. Light cardstock, more pressure. Okay, I'll try that. That's what Char right now. That's what I'm doing for the. I'm doing medium cardstock right now with less pressure. So we're gonna see how this one goes. I think I clicked less pressure. I know I told you I was gonna do less pressure. So let's see. So this was the medium cardstock, less pressure, and I don't see any punctures, but I can see those indentations in there. But we're gonna see. We are going to see. And that way, if I need to use this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on here just in case we need to cut another part out. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of little heart templates to use. That's fine. This is just, here you go, another one that I could use if I need to test again. All right, let's see. Okay. See, it looked like it was okay. Let's see if we go the other way, because Jesse said try going the other way the other day too. So let's see if that will do it. See, it's just not like, okay, so this was better than the last one. So medium less. So now I'm gonna try medium, just plain medium. But y'all, this is what happens when you have when you get new material. You should always test your material out just to make sure your settings are gonna be good. So this part of like finding out doesn't frustrate me. The part that frustrates me is that the old flop was perfect, or at least it was perfect now, because it when I first started using it, it wasn't perfect, and I kind of had to go through this process too with it. So it's just like it's just new material. So I'm gonna try to do medium cardstock with same pressure. Let's see if that works. Medium. Let's see if this works. So this is medium with the default pressure, y'all. Medium with default pressure. All right, so while this one's cutting, so I'm gonna actually load Sunny back up because I want to test out the SS6 design with Sunny. We're still working on the SS10 with Cricut to see if we can get a good at least somewhere where we're not picking out. Oh, yo, you can't brush this thing. Like, goodness. Like, This template is not going anywhere, but that's not really a problem with the rhinestone flock. Okay. So I'm just getting this prepped to put the SS6 on here. Okay. So generally I have more force with the SS6. I just feel like it cuts it a little bit better. Uh-oh. So we're gonna start right there. And my up speed is 5. So I'm gonna maybe move it to, I'm gonna move it to 50, 55. Let's do 55 and we're gonna do SS6. Let's see. Share screen. Yeah, I don't need to see me do that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut the SS6 version with the solo. I'm gonna see how that goes. Because y'all know that's all I really care about, right? It's the SS6. All right. Then click create. Create. And you know what? So with this flock, you are definitely going to want to clean your blade off often. Just because of this adhesive, I don't even want to use my scissors to cut this. That's how much adhesive is on here. And it's not cut, it didn't cut all the way through. I never had this issue with the Cricut, like this bad as far as like, it's almost like there's tabs there. See, when I lift it up, there's like a tab. It's not cut all the way through. So maybe this was a pressure situation. So maybe the medium pressure will be better. That's your five. Started. Also, Sharon Davenports. Y'all, this is a mess. I'm not a fan of the new formula. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not. All right, guys. So we had one successful cut, and that was with our solo. But let's see with Cricut. Let's see if this is going to be good. And this is medium cardstock. All right, let's see. I'll take it off. And again, I would continue using the light grip mat and not the standard grip mat, because when I use the yellow flock that is kind of similar to this flock, the backing stuck to the mat. So you don't want that. Oh, medium cardstock. See, that went kind of deep there. Look. So let's see how that did, because that kind of punctured. And this is medium cardstock. So has anybody cut the new flock with their Cricut? This is not. It's. And what if you have you found a setting that works good for you? So let's see. So I'm doing the whole roll thing, and that's not even working. Some of them stay, some of them don't. And you have to be careful with this because it will stretch your holes. These are not. Oh, what am I going to do? So my issue is that I use a lot of in my designs, I use less space in between the rhinestones. And so I've never had a problem being able to throw it on my table and lift it off, like, and leave the dots behind. But I'm scared with this one because I think that if I do that, I'm going to end up stretching the holes out of place. So this is medium cardstock setting. That didn't get rid of all of the dots. So I don't even know if there was one that we used with Cricut. I think they all kind of seem the same. The one that I know that we don't want to do is light cardstock because that one left all of the holes intact. So, oh, Don, I know. Don, do you think that they're going to change their formula? Have you heard anything about them changing the formula of Magic Flock? If not, this is, I'm literally trying to fight with these dots. Hey, Miss Leela. Hey, Carol. Use a cutting mat in place of your desk. So I'm scared to use the cutting mat only because it's so much adhesive on the back of the flock that if I put it on the cutting mat that already has adhesive on it, I think that might be a disaster. And then especially like trying to remove it from the cutting mat, like I tried to remove it from the desk and the holes were stretching. So I'm thinking like if I try to remove it from the cutting mat, it's gonna stretch those holes. Nope. Okay. Thanks, Don. Look, so I don't know, y'all. Y'all might be on your own for Cricut. I'm gonna stick with my solo and cut it with my solo because my solo cut it beautifully. Let's see how the SS6 cut though. My solo cut it beautifully. I gotta see if Angel cut the new flock with her Caesar, didn't she? So I want to see um how it cut with the Caesar because I may just end up using I mean I already used my solo anyway, so it's not like I use it, but I just wanted to kind of find a good setting for the Cricut because a lot of you guys don't have a solo. Oh, I might have to do the SS6 at the 54s too because let's see. Let me see. Because on this one, it's kind of peeking through the backing too. See? So you guys see that? Not too bad, but let's see. So Barb, it's from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and it's Rocket Flock, but I guess it's like a new formula that they did for Rocket Flock, and it's like super super sticky. The backing is a little bit thinner. It has these grids, which is probably to be helpful, but it's just a whole gooey mess. I didn't try with the backing off yet, Don, because I was kind of a little bit scared because of the adhesive and to put it onto the cutting mat. All right, so this is the SS6. This is with the StarCraft. So this is the SS6 with the StarCraft. Now, the SS10 with the StarCraft, when it cut the SS10, I only had maybe about 4 holes or 3 holes in this heart. Okay, so it was perfect. So I'm thinking that I might need to I increased the force for the SS10. I think I may need to just lighten it up a little bit. So I'm gonna do the 54s with it again, with this one, with SS6. But the solo is doing a way better job than Cricut. I haven't even been able to move on to SS6 with my maker. So I don't know. I'm still playing with the settings. Wasn't sure, but it was a mess when I tried to use my maker. See, that's what. Yeah. All right. So let me try. I'm gonna try the solo again, Y'all, we may have to do the Cricut another time because I don't know. It's just so the reason why I can't talk trash about the flock. Not that I can't talk trash about the flock. I already don't like how sticky this is. Like this isn't going anywhere. Like it's on my finger. But when I cut it with the solo cut it fine. Even my SS6, honestly, I usually have uh, these holes left with my SS6. So that I can't say, but it's like it's a Cricut thing. Like I got to figure out, you know, what's what. And I think Eve ended up cutting hers with her graph tech, and I think it cut. Who was there on at Eve's Sunday night when she tested it out? I thought it cut beautifully. All right. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get another piece because that's not gonna work for us. It's not enough to hold both. All right. I'm about to try this and see. And then I gotta go to sleep. All right. Yeah. This might not cut right, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna change the force, and then I'm gonna change it to 50. Oh, guys. I'm gonna put you right there. All right, so I changed the force on the solo for the SS6. Maybe it's gonna be 50 for everything. Oh, I should have cleaned that blade off. Let me check the blade too. So with all the machines, whether it's the Cricut or any machine that you have, Cameo, Solo, you always gotta check that blade, make sure it's good. There's no residue there. It's still good. I thought it was gonna be a little gummy. Cause that glue, y'all saw that glue. If you weren't here, I'll try to peel it closer so you can see what that glue looks like. The one thing with the solo, if you have the solo, just make sure you have it pushed all the way down. I know some of y'all have it in your boxes still, but you just have to make sure that that blade is pushed all the way down. All right, create. Just a hot mess, y'all. Just a hot mess. I'm starting to give up, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna do one more setting. Let's look at the settings. So, which setting worked best for us with Cricut? Light cardstock is a no. Medium cardstock might have been too much. Let's go look at Cricut settings. Okay, let me open a Cricut. I'm gonna share the screen. Hey, Sid. Hey, Sharon Davis. No worries and congratulations. Thank God for good results. Oh, Gail, that's unfortunate. That's that's unfortunate. So yes, I am going to keep all of these heart templates. Maybe I'll make something out of it. I don't know. I got my SS6. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is like the worst entire. So let's look at Cricut. Let's see. Let's see some of their settings and see maybe we need to do a whole new custom setting. So I'm going to click Browse on Materials. Guess what? It's not doing it again. Let me click Done. 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 Yes, we're done. Let's go back to Make It. And do it on that. All right, so the solo's done. We're going to check. solo out. A little sunny. Hit continue. I'm gonna go to maker, and then let's just browse the settings. Hey Jacqueline, welcome in. What's your favorite cutting machine? What is your favorite cutting machine? So my favorite as of today, because I'm going to be testing a few other cutting machines, but as of today, my favorites. One, I love the Cricut Joy, and I actually, you know what? I think I need to take that out and see. I'm gonna test Joy and see if that works better. But I love the Cricut Joy; so easy to use. Um, the Explore 3 became my favorite, but I don't have it here to test with me. I let them take it to the school for the YMCA camp since I wasn't going to be here this week. And overall cutters, as far as ease of use, because the Cricut is super easy to use. But the Solo has turned into my go-to, honestly, to get things done quick and fast. I don't have to worry about putting anything on a mat. The Solo has really produced really well for me. The only thing is that the Solo, like, you have to really learn the Solo a little bit more. Um, it doesn't seem like it tonight because it seems like the Solo is the one that's working the best, but it could be because I use it more with rhinestones now than I do the Cricut, so it could be that. But the Solo the Solo is probably my go to now, outside the Cricut Joy when it's something small. But the Solo is probably my go to. Yeah, I think so. But check out Angel loves her Caesar Romeo. So I mean, do some research and look at these. Look at these other cutters. So I'm gonna go to material settings. I love my Joy. Eve's left 3 or 4 dots. See, that was perfect. All right, so let's look at some of the cut pressures. So my my flock is 340, but we did the Cricket got a lot going on today. So mm, 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 mm. So this is just cardstock for intricate cuts. It's 200 pressure, but it cuts twice. Um, if you guys don't know what I'm looking at the custom materials, and then I'm looking at the cut pressure and how many times that it cuts. So let's look at the light cardstock setting. So light cardstock, and this will kind of help you, like, if you're in between, if you want to try putting your own cut pressure in, you can. All right, light cardstock should be coming up soon. So the light cardstock, it's a 214 pressure. So we know that that's too low. And then medium cardstock setting is 320. So that may be too high. So maybe let's try 275. Let's see, 275. I mean, I could use this one because it uses the same blade, the medium fabric setting. I could do that, but let's do a 275 and see how that cuts. Outdoor vinyl bonded. Let's go 275. And at least that way, this may be our last test on Cricut, but at least that way we will know if that's within the range where it'll be able to cut. So I'm actually going to add a material. We'll do that together. So I'm just going to click, I scrolled all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to click add new material. And the material name, I'm going to say new, I don't know, this, okay, new, I guess, new Rhinestone. Once I do that, I'm going to click save. Evie, this fuck is stressing me out. So we're going to change this to 275. And then if it doesn't do well, I'm going to probably test it some more tomorrow. And then I'll let y'all know. If not, I'm going to get frustrated. And then I'm going to leave the pass just on one pass. So we're going to leave that off, and we're going to use the fine point blade. I'm going to click save. And then let's see if it's here. Where is it? New. Okay, so here's our new material. We just added a new material. Okay, and it's now called new Rhinestone Flock. All right, so we're going to exit out of there. Exit. I'm going to go, I should have selected it there because browse on materials. Oh, look, yo, browse on materials work for me. So I'm just going to find that material, new Rhinestone Flock. I'm going to favorite it. Unable to remove block because I have some more stuff over there. So let me just go ahead and click that. We're going to click done. I don't know what's what anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and place this onto the Cricut. I'm going to grab the other one off of the solo. Let's see if that works well. It's a little. Right. So that's going to cut. Let me stop sharing. Stop screen sharing. And then we're going to see if this cut well for the solo. If this cut well for the solo, it'll give me an idea of what I need to do. Like if I want to leave it at the, remember we did this at a 50 pressure. That's what we cut the SS10 at, and that cut out beautifully. It's our Cricut settings that are giving us a hard time. If you have settings that you have used, please let us know. Because yeah, as y'all see, it's a hot mess. All right, and then I'm gonna get another piece of the flock so you guys can see. But I do want to show you guys all this little nasty, yucky adhesive on the back of here. Let's see if this works out. So this is SS6, and this is with the solo. See, that was still not good. So where's the other SS6 with the solo? So this was more pressure. This one was more force. And this one is when I took it down less force. So this was more force. I took it down like 5 notches for less force. So this one actually came out a lot better with more force. So I probably need to amp it up a little bit. And these are SS6s. So I usually have this problem with the SS6. The SS10 cut perfectly, but this SS6 left a lot of stuff, a lot of holes still. but this one did better, and this is the 55 pressure. This is the 50 pressure and 55. So I would still say start at 50, your 54th, with SS10, but SS6, I would say go between 53 and 58. I mean, they cut, but you wanted to cut and not have to worry about peeling rhinestone dots. All right, let's see if this 275 with the Cricut worked. If it didn't work, y'all, we're gonna make it work another day. Today is just not gonna be the day for us. Something, Evie, Evie. I don't know, girl. I don't know about this. All right, I brought you guys a little bit closer. Sorry. I know tonight's not a fun night. We're not blinking anything. I might have to come on and bling something tomorrow night because between vacation and then WalaPalooza, I haven't been able to bling much. Oh, I think I just sliced. I cut too much off, y'all. hmm That's okay. Yep, it's fine. I cut too much, but it's fine. All right, let me grab this corner. Let's see if 275 is a little bit better. 275 is no good. That's like the light cardstock. Oh, and they don't even look like that punctured it. Nope. How did the light cardstock cut through, but the 275 didn't? That didn't make any sense. All right, let me go back to the drawing board one more time. But I don't think it's just the backing change. This is like, there's like extra adhesive, like it's way more sticky. So this is a different type of adhesive on it too. The flock I think is the same. Maybe. The flock is the same, but not the adhesive. I mean, it cut, but I have to like, mm, yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm tired. It is. So my flock is 300. The setting that I have, the custom setting I have, is a 340 pressure, which that worked beautifully for my designs. But that was the first setting that I used tonight, and that did not uh, do so well. It cut it through, but not enough. It's very gooey. I'm gonna try one more time. Let's see. We're gonna try one more time. I know I can't give up and have a problem that I just can't just be like, you know what, that's it. But this is gonna be our last shot. Okay. So I am going to see, it doesn't let me change the material. All right. All right. Um, um, let me see if I can get it. Y'all. Not. What was that material I said? I said it was new something. New rhinestone block. Increase the blade depth. I said in some lines. I don't remember. I don't remember what Marilyn used. Did she? I don't remember. I don't remember. Don't make me lie, because I don't remember. Um, I am gonna get off in a minute. This is giving me a headache. I got 214. What is that? We sold it 275 and it should not. So it was at 340. So the medium cardstock is 320. And the 320, I think, was too much pressure. Let's do 300. And then that's going to be it. So we're going to do 300. Let's do 300. Save. All right. We're going to go back and we're going to test one more time, and then that's it. Because, yeah, new rhinestone block. Here we go. All right, we got one more test, y'all. One more test, and if this doesn't work, it's just gonna be unfortunate. Tomorrow we may need to bling after this. I have a few things to do, but we really need to bling. Has anybody seen Kevin today? Maybe we could bling tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna put this through one more time. And then let me get another piece, the old flock, so I can show you guys the comparison. Here we go, piece. So I do have a piece right here. So this is the old flock, and this is the new flock. Okay, I'm gonna get a bigger piece of the new flock so you guys could. So this is the old, this is the new. They look pretty much identical when you look. Kevin was here. I missed Kevin. I didn't even see him. Thanks, Gail. I'll do an announcement if we do like a. Let me come on and do things tomorrow. I need to do something with my myself. So this is the new flock. The new flock is different from the old flock, mainly because, of course, it has this grid on the back. The backing is different. So if you look at both of them, you will see that this one is thicker than this one. Like, not the flock itself, but just the whole presentation of the flock. You can tell that this is thicker than this one. Okay. The thickness on the backing helped with making sure that, we were able to lift this off more easily. Okay, lift the flock off. Now the flock itself seems to be the same thickness. Well, let me check before I say that. It seems to be, but I don't know. I ripped that flock real easy. Okay, so it does seem to be the same thickness. Even with the extra glue on it, it does seem to be the same thickness. Okay? But the backings are definitely different. They are different. So I guess that makes a huge difference, and also the adhesive is different too. Hey Sheila Cushenberry. Layla T. So Marilyn did 340 with her backing off. So okay, so that means that she put it onto her mat with the adhesive. I don't like to put it on the mat without the adhesive. I used to do that a while ago, but the problem for me is that I'm not removing any flock dots off of that cutting mat. I'm just not. I'm not gonna even tell y'all how many cutting mats I had to throw away because I just refuse to move them off. Like if it goes on my table, I have no choice but to move it. I can't have a mound of flock dots here, but I won't remove it off the cutting mat. Oh, I like when it's on the. If y'all know, I'm just probably gonna be sticking to my solo cutting this, right? It's probably just gonna be the solo. Let's see. So we did 300. I'm gonna take it off. It looks okay so far. The only successful cut we had was with the solo. The only successful cut we had, y'all, tonight was with the solo. Okay, and that was at a 300, not 300, that was at a 50 force, 11 speed, and a 5 up speed. And this is the only heart without any holes. When I cut it, there was about three or four flock dots left. That was it. That's pretty much a perfect cut for me. So let's look at this one. And this is with the 300 pressure with the Cricut. And I just feel like I'm gonna have to try more tomorrow, but we will see. All right. So this, it did not come through, like it did not cut through, as you guys could tell. I could remove Sunny. Sunny did a great job tonight. Even though with the SS6, the 55 force was better. I may try um another time with Sunny, one more time for the SS6. But as far as the SS10, he did that beautifully. So it is difficult to move those dots. It's a lot to move those dots off of the back of the cutting mat. I can't. But if you have that patience, see, they're just only some. And even when I put it on my table, like this usually works perfect. Like when I'm using the other flock and I put it on my table and I kind of like give it, y'all saw me do this earlier. One of those dots stayed on. Let's see if this will help. Oh, I don't know about the 5 yard roll, Jesse. The 50 yard roll, like it went from $500, 500 something dollars, I think. AJ, how much was it? 540, and now it's like 380 or something like that. So the 50 yard roll. Let's see. So this is what I peeled off, and let's see if any comes off. If not, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use my. Oh, let me go a little bit slower. I'm gonna have to, and that's a whole nother thing. See, you got so when I'm peeling this off of the table, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that gook from the adhesive, but there is gook from the adhesive, and also this adhesive is so strong that even when I pull it, it's almost like it's stretching my holes, and that's not good. I mean, it did stay this time, some of them, but not even all of them stayed. Oh, y'all, I'm tired of this already. I'm gonna try it with the solo, another setting for SS6, but that's just because I want to see if it cuts my SS6 right. That's it. It cut the SS10, okay, so I'm happy with that. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on one more time, and then we are done for the night, y'all. We are done for the night. Now I'm just loading the solo, and I'm going to change the pressure. And the solo, you control like where your cut starts. That's one of the differences between the solo and like the Cricut. You control where it starts. So I'm starting it right here. You can slow that down, but I don't have my slow. I'm gonna start right there, and then I'm gonna increase the pressure. So 50 force. When I say pressure, that's the force. Um, I'm gonna change it to. We had 55. 55 cut some of them out, left some of them in, but I still felt like it was getting ready to cut the backing. Let's go with 57. This might be too much too, but we'll see. Let's do 57. Why not? And then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm getting a little delirious. Great. Alright, we'll see. Let's see. It's true, Gail. It's not worth it. It is not. And it's almost like the problem is that if I find this like with the solo, if you have SS10 rhinestones, I think you're gonna be good with this. But with the Cricut, even if I find like a sweet spot for me and my machine, one, it doesn't mean that those same settings is going to work for you. It doesn't even mean the same settings will work for my other Cricut machines. So, ay, 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 ay. So let's see. Alright. I am. What did? It is Miss Becky. It is. It's almost time for me to be like. Oh, have you heard? Oh, well, the I know the lock leaks are making its rounds now. I came home to a nice little surprise. So I know that they are making their rounds now. So if you purchase, I don't know, I think you may start getting yours in like August or so, but they are out. But I mean, I don't know if it's I'm gonna test Rhinestone Flock out on it and see how it works. And hopefully it will do what you know I need it to do. All right, let's see. Let's see what Sunny did with this SS6, and then check Angel out because I'm sure she's gonna be testing the Romeo with it with this flop. This is a mess. I didn't mean to say it like that, but it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, y'all. Okay, I won't cut. See, I can't. The SS6 is really, really tricky. So we're probably gonna do a little bit of blinging tomorrow. I got some like work that I need to do, but I need to catch up on. So I think maybe tomorrow night. Y'all wanna blink a little tomorrow night? Got like 2 more weeks off of work. Let me know if y'all down for a bling session tomorrow. Maybe we could do some blinging. Let me see what y'all say. Delonta, hey girl. Well, I'm about to go to sleep, girl. I need a nap. I'm sure you got your nap already today. I need an 8 hour nap, probably a 10 hour nap. All right, let's see. So this pressure might have been, oh, y'all, look, that's a lot of pressure. That force was too much. Yep. Mm-mm. Nope. That is not happening today. Not that it'll happen any other day, but that is not happening today. All right. So yeah, that's just too much. I think it's just too much. But this is so. It's so gooey. It is so gooey. Oh. I mean, it doesn't hurt once you start brushing in. It'll brush in fine. If you don't, if you guys want to see that it's gonna brush in fine, even though it's ooey and gooey, I'll brush in some stones into this heart really quick so you can see that the adhesive doesn't prevent it from sticking. But okay, so I'm worried about the pressure, but it kind of looks like I used a little more pressure here than I did on this one. And this one looks like there's more holes out of it. So maybe I just need to increase that pressure a little bit more again. I'm not going to do that tonight though. We're not starting over. Not that I feel like I'm being mistreated. Jamila, hey boo. Not that I feel like I'm being mistreated. Yo, she has some nerve. Well, now I'm tired, y'all. This is it. Like, I've done too much testing tonight. I can't take this no more. I am tired. Jamila, I'm glad to see that you are nice and settled. I don't know. This is. Has anybody had success? Well, AJ has, but AJ uses her Cameo. And AJ, your Cameo cuts it out perfect. All right, I might do one more. So in the Maker 3, the blade was cut. I changed the blade maybe like a month and a half ago. But the thing is, like, I haven't used it. Like, I really haven't been, y'all haven't been seeing me use no Cricut, no Cricut Maker much. I haven't been using it. I definitely haven't been using it to cut any flock. I've been only using my solo to cut the flock. Oh, I'm starting to get silly because I'm sleepy. You don't need to start any petitions, Delonda. Don't come here causing no drama. But and Graphy cuts perfect. Eve, what force do you use on Graphy? So the other night when you did the SS6 designs, what force did you use on Graphy? So on the solo, I just used 50. I used 55 and 57 for the SS6. For the SS10, the force of 50 worked good, and I used a speed of 11. What force did you use? Because I gotta get out of here because people are talking about starting petitions. Tiana's here. I don't need her and Delonda getting together talking about they about to start a petition on me. I do not know. I am not referring to no poem. I'm not referring to a poem. I'm just not. I'm not doing that today. Y'all have no idea the poem she's talking about. Y'all have no idea. Let me know. I'll check. So tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna actually bling tomorrow night, y'all. We'll probably do like a bling, um, not a bling along, but maybe a bling out, a bling hangout. So yeah, Gail, you don't even want to know about the poem. You don't, Gail. I promise you, I promise you, you don't even want to know about the poem. And I'm not even gonna say the poem on here because Delonda will probably sue me because it's copywritten and everything. So she's done all types of stuff with it. So I don't need any drama with Delonda, Delonda today. Yeah, so maybe tomorrow night, y'all. It's been fun, but we had a great time these past few days in Fargo. It was really amazing. I got a chance to, y'all saw, I met Delonda, and she's a hot mess in person too. Her and Marilyn. Like, whoa. And then I got a chance to see some of my old friends, and it was fun, very informative, very inspiring. So yeah, Barb. Hey, Astora. No, Yasura, I didn't do anything tonight. I was actually trying to test the new rocket flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and just to test the settings on the Cricut and the Solo. The Solo cut pretty good, except of course the SS6, which we are used to that. They cut the SS10 beautifully, but Cricut, it's just been rough. I haven't been able to get a good cut with Cricut, and I've used several different settings. So, look, I mean, this is all with Cricut. All of this is with Cricut. This is all Cricut, Cricut. So I did quite a few tests with it, and it just did not. Um, it cut. Y'all know that these are still usable. Like this, I peeled the stones out of this one, but these are definitely still like I can still brush something inside of here, but it's just too many. Y'all see that? So yeah. Uh. No worries, Miss Sandra. It's okay. Kevin, I was looking for you earlier. What's up? I was looking for you out, but that's why I was gonna. Y'all, so guess what? We can't do a bling out tomorrow because Kevin's not gonna be here. So never mind. Marilyn and I will be doing a bling along on Thursday because Kevin's not here. So Shakita, this is a lot. Hey, baby giant services. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you go back, if you got to this point or you came in late, I kind of showed a post like the adhesive on the back when you were like when you peel it away from the backing itself, like that adhesive is very stringy. Um, so I don't know. You'll have to see what needs to be done. But I'm not gonna be able to see anymore tonight because I'm tired. Refer to Sheila. Don't give her any ideas. Don't give her any ideas. Y'all be with Demonda's shenanigans. Y'all really do be down with her shenanigans. I'm so tired of we the people. Tionda. I'm so, no, Kevin's not going to be here. And if Kevin's not going to be here, I don't feel comfortable doing a bling out without Kevin here. Oh, the poem is in the public domain. It's in the public domain. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me, Delonda. So, y'all didn't know all this about Delonda, but I'm going to just let you know. Delonda is an educator. She is a lifelong learner. She is a crafty queen. She is she's a virtual comedian, and she's also a poet. She is also a poet. And so I'm going to read y'all a poem that Delonda wrote to me while we were at WalaPalooza. I got to go find it. Give me 1 second because I put it up. I think it's still in my purse. And I need to find it. Okay? It's no telling what else Delonda has under her sleeves. But we know she a hot mess. Okay? Let me find this because All right, guys, you guys are going to hear it here first. Yolanda, and just so you know, you can't steal this poem. It was first authored on July 20, what day was that? 7th, 2023. I don't even know what the date is. Whatever date it was, yesterday. Well, I just took it out of my wallet. Okay. So my poem says, I can remove the table because I ain't cutting nothing else out. After this poem, that's it. Yeah, I'm tired. I need a nap. Let me move this. So the poem. To Patrice. Ode to Starting Over by WalaPalooza. And I promise you, that's what it says. It says, Ode to Starting Over by. They can hear me. She said, so I got to show you. This is WalaPalooza. Okay. So to Patrice, Ode to Starting Over by WalaPalooza. You might have to start over if I join the video late. I don't want to hear no lip about it. Just start over and everything will be great. The end. And then she has, a little note underneath that. Because during our copyright and trademark session, Delonda chose to write me this poem. And underneath, she has this poem, open parentheses, work of art, close parentheses, expires 70 years after I die. So basically forever. Now, imagine being the recipient of this poem during a very serious session. Imagine. And she was serious. Her face, her face remained the same. She did not crack a smile. She did not crack a laugh. And remember how I told y'all earlier, like Delonda is very focused. Like you can tell, like she loves learning and she loves to soak up knowledge. While I'm like she's focused. She's still focused on the content being presented. And then she had the nerve to use my pen to write this. Now, oh, y'all. Yep, this was WalaPalooza, and this poem was by WalaPalooza. Yo. Y'all. This it was yeah. This was real life for me. This was real life. You cannot make it up. You can't. Even if you try. So I have an authentic poem by WalaPalooza. Oh my goodness. Just how? Just how? Sure, why do you have your lighter up? You know what? I'm not here for the shenanigans tonight. I'm not here for the shenanigans tonight. Is it dated? So, nope. The scale, she did not date it, but she did say that, this is basically forever. Like, this poem, work of art. So, yeah. So, Yesterday would have been, was that yesterday? No, was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't even know at this point because y'all, that's not the only shenanigans that was occurring. Like she's just full of shenanigans. I cannot. Y'all have no idea. But we did have a great time. We did. I had a great time. Everybody was everybody like we were just us. Like everybody was just who they are. Like nobody I didn't get any like different feelings or vibes from anybody else. Everybody was just who they are. Of course, y'all know when I saw Delonta, I had to scream inside of the lobby. I came down, I was like, and I was walking, minding my little business, probably daydreaming about something random. And I heard somebody say, Patrice. And I turned around and I looked and I was like, oh, started screaming. No lie. I was like, Delonta! And then I had to go give her a hug. She probably thought I was crazy. Even though I thought she was a little bit odd too, but yeah, it just works. It just works. It just works. You can't do anything else that poetic. Just leave. This is a masterpiece. Dems, don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Please. Y'all do not encourage her. Because she's a whole hot mess. We had a lot of fun. Hey Lisa. All right, y'all. Because I'm not gonna be starting over, I'm gonna get ready to start for bed. Because I'm tired. And tomorrow night, I don't know, Kevin. I just don't feel comfortable, y'all. I just don't feel comfortable doing a blank out without Kevin here. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. But be on the lookout. I might do something. I might. No, we don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Do not encourage her. I want Delonda to focus all of her creativity on crafting. Leave the poetry to it, y'all. Y'all, so when she was thinking of a name that she like her poet name, when she was thinking of this, one of the names she said, now she sang the poem WalaPalooza, but one of the names she said was Delonda Lou. Delonda Lou. Do y'all know Delonda Lou? Like that was one of her names. If you think about it, Delonda Lou, like Maya Angelou, like that's what she was. That was going to be her name. Just it was just a bit. It was a lot. It was it was a lot. You think it should be hanging next to the Mona Lisa? You think so? Y'all. So I have this poem, and I would say I'm gonna hang it on my little. So I have like every like a lot of things like as far as crafting that means a lot to me is hanging in the front of me. So it's hanging on the wall right in the front of me. So every time I'm sitting here, I see things that inspire me. I see things that make me feel happy. But this can't go on my wall because one, I just told y'all what's on my wall, and two, if she knows that it's on my wall in the front of me, she's gonna come in here and say, "Start over, refer to the wall." That's what she's going to say. So, yeah. You want to, you, why are you guys like this? Why do you encourage the shenanigans? Why do you guys encourage the shenanigans? Y'all really encourage the shenanigans. I'm gonna read it one more time and then I'm going to bed because y'all want to hear Delonda Luza's work of art. I'm gonna read it for y'all. Here we go. It is just so coming from DeLonda coming from DeLonda. So here's the poem, y'all. To Patrice. Ode to Starting Over by DeLonda. You might have to start over if I join the video late. I don't want to hear no lip about it. Just start over and everything will be great. The end. This poem, open parentheses, work of art, close parentheses, like she's calling her own poem a work of art. Expires 70 years after I die, so basically forever. That's it. That's not her calling her own poem fire. Not her calling her own poem fire. Yo, this is what she asked to borrow a pen because she is so studious. And I knew that she was paying attention, like she was all into it. She was paying attention. And because she is so studious, when she asked to borrow a pen, I was like, of course, yeah, I got a pen. You know, I went digging in my purse, getting her a pen because I'm thinking that she's about to write notes, that she's about to take notes based on what they are saying, because that is the type of person that Delonta is. So I'm not thinking that she's about to be full of shenanigans at that point. I'm thinking like she's in Delonda mode, like she's about her business right now. Now she still is about her business, but let me tell you something. She's going to play. She is going to play. Okay? So just know that. And so I gave her the pen and I didn't know what she was doing. I thought she was taking notes. Then all of a sudden, me at the table, all of a sudden, I'm sitting here. I'm on the side of her. This is Delonda. This is me. And she has to think. All of a sudden, I see her kind of do this to me. And then she places the note in the front of me. And then she turns back around. And then she gets right back engulfed in what the people are saying. So then they say something about copywriting and all this other stuff. Like they were really, and that was an excellent session. They say something about that. Now she didn't have the bottom part of this poem, work of art expires 70 years, but they had just started saying about like the expiration of copyrights and things like that. Like it expires like after 100 years and then 70 years, and then, like it was just a lot of stuff that they were telling us. So after they said that, she then turns around and she looks at me, and then she puts her hand on the paper like this, and then she slides it back over there to her, and then she writes the bottom part. This poem, work of art, expires 70 years. Like, I don't know. And then she slides it back over to me. That's what I had to deal with. That was my time at WalaPalooza. That's what I had to deal with. So yeah, that's and the crazy part is that that actually happened. Like that actually happened, y'all. Like Delonda's a hot mess. She's a hot mess. She's a hot mess. She really is. She's talking about you're welcome. She's a hot mess. She's a hot mess, y'all. She is. Miss Becky, not the bravo. Not the bravo. Angel, now you know she's a hot mess. You know she's a hot mess. Girl, this is too. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, it was a hot mess, y'all. You know, it's my English. I might actually be able to teach the kids a lesson about rhyming from her poem. Yes, I might be able to do that. Sheila, I had so much fun with them. I really did. And imagine we all sat at a table together. That was a whole hot mess. We actually all sat at a table together. So Maryland and Delonda are hot messes. The rest of us are well behaved. Maryland and Delonda, I don't know what they got going on, but just a hot mess. Yeah. I might need to get a taller chair that almost. Oh, just a hot mess. Just a hot mess. It's crazy. Oh, Shakita, are you using that new flock? This new flock is it's a work in progress. I'm gonna just say that, but at this point, this is not the same flock. This is not your mama's flock. This is not it. But there's hope. The solo cut it beautifully. Eve said that her graph tech cut it beautifully. So it might just be a Cricut thing. You know. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I love y'all. It has been. It hasn't even been a long week for me. This week has been totally worth it. I'm gonna try to sleep in late tomorrow, but this week has been totally worth it. I've learned a lot. I got a chance to interact with some amazing people and network, learn from them. Heat Transfer Warehouse again, just amazing that they brought so many people together, influencers and brands together, and it was just a very welcoming environment. Being in the middle or in the midst of all of that, like you didn't feel intimidated. You felt welcome no matter what level you're on. So I absolutely enjoyed my time and am grateful for the opportunity. And also, that is how I was able to actually be able to touch my mare bear and my hot mess friend Delonda. And I was actually able to give them a hug, and that really was everything. And to really see people who are exactly the same. Like I don't know about y'all, but I could tell how people are in the chat. Like just by us talking in the chat through email, I can tell. So Heat Transfer Warehouse, they did great. So Evie. Yay! Evie. So Evie's home. I think Katrina's probably still traveling. I think I just saw something come up that she's still traveling, but she left a little later than us. Um, but mostly everybody should be home, but some are still traveling. So still send positive, safe travel prayers to anybody else who's still trying to make it home. Sheila, Sheila, listen, you can't be serious sitting next to Delonda. Delonda's going to be serious sitting next to Delonda. She's going to be serious. But sitting next to her, you cannot keep a straight face. First of all, her facial expressions. Her facial expressions, y'all. Her facial expressions tell a whole story. Oh no, you learned a lot. You learned a lot. You you did a lot. Her facial expressions, y'all. I was like, don't look at me like that. Close those eyes. Close them. It's a hot mess. Thanks, Evie. Yeah, y'all gonna be missing y'all. But I'm about to go and freshen up and get some rest. Yeah, exactly. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, I cannot. Delonda. All right, beautiful people. It's been fun. I love y'all. And maybe I'll come on tomorrow. I don't know. Kevin Kevin has to send me an email to tell me that it's okay. If you don't say that it's okay that I come on when he can't, then I can't come on. So yes. Oh, Elena, you're right. Maybe I will come on tomorrow night. I need me a new bling shirt. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And what can I say tonight? I was just about to say until next time, but oh, we'll start over. We'll start over tomorrow then. If I come on, we'll start over tomorrow. Hey, Miss Janita, and don't forget the buy-in start. If I don't come on, the buy-in starts on Sunday. If you guys are interested in getting any bling, and hopefully we'll get this rhinestone flock situation um, sorted out at least so that y'all can have like a good starting point. But Maryland, somebody said Maryland did 340 pressure, but without the backing. But I don't want to do it without the backing. Yep, we're starting over tomorrow. I'll follow Dawn with orders tomorrow. All right, y'all. Later.